things that we don't talk much about is the fact that the effects of a damaging relationship extends beyond us. And before you think about it too hard, I'm not talking about it damaging the other person. It does that as well. But we never look at the effects of a damaging relationship on the people who matters the most to us, whether that be family or whether that be friends. How does it damage them, you may ask? What do they have to do with it? The people that are closest to you are your biggest cheerleaders. The times when you felt like giving up, the times when you felt like compromising your beliefs, they're the one like, no, no, girl, no, man, you better than that. No, you deserve better than that. But you still stayed in that relationship anyway. You went against all the advice of the wise counsel that's around you, all the people that's trying to tell you the best, and you stayed in that relationship anyway. So now that you're at the end of the relationship's ended, you've suffered emotional, spiritual, or physical harm, or you've built up a huge distrust of the opposite sex, whatever it may be, or it may be all of those. How do you think that affects your family, how they view how you view relationships, or the friends that are around you, or both? How are they looking at it? Now you're bringing Mr. or Mrs. Right around. Now Mr. and Mrs. Right is coming into a situation where they're meeting family. And because they may be the opposite sex, now the family has to try to filter and say, okay, this person is not like the last person that they brought in the play. But a part of us, and as spiritually inclined as we are, sometimes we still allow part of us still to come through and say, I gotta press this person with 1,000 questions. Have you ever met someone and you're dating them and you come around their family and they're giving you the full court press. It's interrogation time. You know, you're sitting almost like at a police station when somebody who's convicted or someone's accused of something comes into the interrogation room. It's cold in there. You know, you're sitting there, you're being asked all these different questions, or they have a panel. They have 3 or 4 people trying to ask you questions and try to determine if you're really good. Is that really fair on the new person that's coming into the situation that has no idea what they walked into? Does it feel comfortable to either ask or be asked 21 questions and you're just like, I'm sorry, what's your name again? I never forget, I was in a previous relationship years ago and it was a full court press. Went to a family event. I was like, man, you know, they're gonna have some food there, you know. I'm about to go get my eat on, and you know, as I'm getting my eat on, several different family members are approaching like, hey, you know, so what's your intentions? And I'm like, hi, my name's Joe. You know, for someone who isn't as strong emotionally, who isn't really solid in their identity, they can be ran off. And even if you are, you're a bit annoyed by the questions. It causes a huge imbalance of, yes, you're trying to assess who the person is with the person that is very close to you, but also it can cause you to fall over that same line into, man, give them a chance. Give them time to even warm up to the room. Think about this. You're an unknown person, or a person that's coming into a situation with a whole lot of people that know each other. So I'm the guy who's coming in, and this is the family of the woman that I'm trying to spend the rest of my life with. And they're like, yeah, so before we tell you our name, we need to find out about you. And I'm like, there has to be levels to it, folks. And if you get anything from what I'm saying, just get this. Avoid these damaging relationships, because it damages more people than you and the person that you're in the relationship with. It damages the people around you because it skews their perception. Like, man, I don't know how they selected mates. Remember the last time they formulate an opinion about you. You begin to develop a reputation as you continually sit and continually go through these cycles. That's why it's so important for us to be very self-aware. And the way that we become self-aware is we assess. All right, that didn't work for me, being with people who do not honor God, or people who go against the very things that I believe in. Opposites attract in certain instances, like, you know, taste or different preferences, but belief systems, the Bible talks about being unequally yoked with unbelievers. Scripturally, that's what we're not supposed to be doing that. And we continually try to do things where we're trying to mix night and day, and somehow we're trying to end up with day, which is light, and we end up with darkness, which is night. So what are we doing? What are we going to be doing with the information that we're given? Are we going to continually put not only ourselves, but the people around us through damaging situations? It's time for us to wake up and take full accountability for our actions, because if we're continually going through the same thing over and over and over again, what is it, y'all? That's insanity. So let's get our heads screwed on right. Let's shake off the dust. This is day one. It starts from here. What are we going to do with the information that we're given now? Are we going to continually go through these damaging relationships and cause for other people to have to sit on the sideline and watch us stink it up out there on the field? Or are we going to get the information and take the information that we're given and make better decisions? We can make better decisions, but will we make better decisions?